Imagine being so powerful that the whole world watches your every move, waiting, hoping, even praying that you finally fall. That's the reality for the United States of America in 2025. Some countries hide it, others openly celebrate it. But one thing's clear, not everyone wants America to succeed. From bitter historical rivals to betrayed allies, there are nations that believe a weaker America means a stronger future for them. These are 10 countries that secretly, or not so secretly, want to see America fall. And trust me, the reasons will shock you. North Korea. North Korea views the United States as the source of all its suffering. For decades, its government has built an entire identity around resisting American influence. The U.S. has imposed sanctions, led military exercises near its borders, and labeled its regime as part of the axis of evil. Kim Jong-un calls America a hostile empire, and every U.S. failure is celebrated as a victory for North Korea's way of life. If America stumbles economically, politically, or globally, North Korea will claim it as proof that its isolationist path is right. China. China doesn't just want to compete with America, it wants to replace it as the world's leader. From trade wars to tech battles, to building its military in the South China Sea, China is playing the long game. It's building alliances, creating new financial systems, and presenting itself as the future of global power. Chinese media often highlights America's racial divisions, political chaos, and economic problems, portraying the U.S. as a declining empire. Xi Jinping's message is clear: the East is rising, and the West is falling. For that dream to come true, America has to fall. Russia. Russia sees the U.S. as its greatest enemy and the main reason it lost its Soviet-era dominance. Putin blames America for expanding NATO, destabilizing Russia's neighbors, and trying to control global media and politics. The war in Ukraine wasn't just about territory, it was about pushing back against U.S. influence. Every time America struggles, Russian propaganda paints it as a sign that Western democracy is broken and that Russian-style leadership is stronger. If the U.S. collapses, Russia dreams of building a new world order on the ruins. Venezuela. Venezuela has suffered through a major economic crisis, and it blames the United States for much of it. Harsh American sanctions and attempts to overthrow the government of Nicolas Maduro have made the country a loud anti-United States voice in Latin America. Venezuelan leaders call the United States a colonial power trying to control the region. And in the eyes of many Venezuelans, America's failure would mean freedom from years of domination and interference. A weak America means a chance to rise again without foreign control. Iran. Iran and the United States have been enemies since the 1979 revolution, when Iran kicked out the United States, backed Shah and became an Islamic republic. Since then, tensions have only grown, with sanctions, military threats, and even assassinations. Iran calls America the Great Satan, and its leaders dream of a world where United States influence is gone from the Middle East. A falling America would prove that Islamic resistance works, and would allow Iran to expand its power regionally without fear. Pakistan. Pakistan is officially a U.S. ally, but the relationship has always been rocky. Drone strikes that killed civilians, the secret mission to kill Osama bin Laden, and inconsistent support during key conflicts have created deep mistrust. Many Pakistanis believe America only uses the country for its own interests, then walks away. Now, with Pakistan building stronger ties with China and other powers, many believe a weaker America would finally let Pakistan shape its future independently. Cuba. For over 60 years, Cuba has survived under a brutal American embargo. The U.S. has tried to isolate Cuba, starve its economy, and push regime change, all while calling it a threat. Cuban leaders have raised generations to believe that resisting the U.S. is an act of national pride, and if America ever falls from its throne, Cuba will celebrate it as the final victory of resistance over empire. Turkey. Turkey is a NATO ally, but President Erdogan's vision doesn't always align with the West. He's bought Russian weapons, clashed with the U.S. over Syria, and dreams of rebuilding Turkey's Ottoman-era influence. Nationalism is rising fast in Turkey, and many believe America's power keeps them from becoming a true global force again. If the U.S. collapses, it opens the door for Turkey to lead in its region on its own terms. Afghanistan. America spent 20 years in Afghanistan only to leave in chaos. When the Taliban took back control in 2021, they declared it a holy victory over a superpower. Now, the Taliban tell their people, "We defeated the greatest military in the world with faith and patience." They see every American mistake as divine proof that the U.S. is in decline, and their victory wasn't just military, but spiritual. Mexico. On paper, Mexico is a U.S. partner, but history tells a different story. From losing half its territory in the 1800s to ongoing border tensions, many Mexicans feel used, blamed, and disrespected by their powerful neighbor. The U.S. demand for drugs fuels violence, deportations tear families apart, and politically, many believe America meddles too much in Mexico's affairs. If America's power fades, Mexico sees an opportunity to rise with dignity, free from the shadow of its northern giant. 10 countries, 10 reasons, one shared hope, that America loses its grip on the world. Some say it out loud, others act quietly, but they all watch and wait, because if America falls, a new world begins. What do you think? Will these nations get what they want? Or will America rise once again? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the world is changing fast, and you deserve to know how.